I never want to hear another person complain about the price of games or consoles for the next 100 years. If I hear one single word, I'm gonna lose my and Pinochet you all, okay? So the Switch, on day one, sells the fuck out. Sells out. No more copies. Can't be bought anywhere. Across the globe, after people complained in Nintendo's live chat since the first price drop that the games are too expensive, the console might be okay for overpriced, but they're telling everybody to drop the price. And you know what everybody does as soon as it goes live for pre order? They sell out, which tells Nintendo and other game companies that you are okay with $90 games. So when y'all are like, I don't understand why games are so expensive, it's because retards like you keep buying the fucking games every time they do a price increase. Every single one of you who pre-ordered the Switch, every single one who is going to order the Switch, you guys are the fucking problem. You know, I just brought a brand new game, Clair Obscura Expedition 33, and you know how much it cost me? $45. But no, y'all are like, I want to play for some shitty Nintendo game that's going to be $90. That's going to require me to update it for 6 hours before I can even play, even though I've got a physical copy. Because you guys are just the absolute bottom of the barrel fucking scum, okay? You guys are the marks. You guys are worse than DSP, okay? But you fuckers over here are like, I have to get it. I have to get it. Like, holy shit. So, Nintendo Switch sold out in pre-orders within like minutes. They sold out of the most expensive Nintendo console that sells the most expensive games instantaneously on pre-order. After everybody was in Nintendo's chat slamming how expensive their stuff was and demanding they drop the price. You know what didn't happen? They didn't drop the price. You know what did happen? They sold out of pre-orders. So now that sends word to every other company that's, putting out $100 base games that it's okay to do. Everybody was like, oh, no, no, no. They will not make GTA 6 $100. That's not going to happen. Well, this just told the entire market, not only can GTA 6 be $100, but every video game in the future can be $100 and we'll be okay with it. There are going to be severe consequences for gamers. I mean, okay, let me caveat that. There's going to be consequences for AAA and AA studios that do this. For everybody else, we're just gonna buy, I don't know, for the same price, we can be like 5 indie games. While you're sitting there playing the one game crying in the corner because you beat it 5 times, but you can't buy another game because you can't afford it because the games are too damn expensive, that's gonna be you. But I mean, like, looking through this article here, originally scheduled for an April 9th pre-order window, Nintendo delayed reservations in the US and Canada after tariffs. Whatever, don't care about that. We're still fucking winning. The company later confirmed a revised pre-order date of April 24th, keeping the console at $449. Despite the potential trade pressures, when the window finally opened, fans rushed to secure their systems, wiping out available inventory at major retailers within hours. And I know there were people, I saw it, people trying to order online and had a ton of trouble. They had to go to like GameStop to pre-order this shit. Pre-orders were offered directly through Nintendo via registration-based lottery system alongside listings like major GameStop, Best Buy, Target, and Walmart. Blah, 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 blah. Third-party retailers faced an overwhelming demand as well. Best Buy, Walmart, and Target all opened orders at midnight on April 24th, while GameStop launched its online and in-store pre-orders at 11 a.m. GameStop was like, yeah, we're not having any of that. We're just going to open our doors. I mean, that's kind of a dub for GameStop, getting people in store to make sure that they can get their pre-order. That's something I haven't seen in a very long time. Like, last time I think I saw people outside for a pre-order was like, God, I want to say 2014? At least a decade ago. And I remember because we used to like actually go to the game stores because it was like GameStop, Play and Trade, and something else we all used to go to. And you could like show up at these and they'd actually have the game on display that you could actually play while you were waiting for the pre-order to go live, which was usually midnight. So we'd all be, I remember being stacked up in a line waiting for the original Black Ops to drop. and sitting there playing it. And I was like, oh man, this is gonna be an amazing game. And we'd like meet people and fucking bring in pizza and drinks and just hang out at the the plane trade at midnight. Yeah, it was a ton of fun. Yeah, that's maybe GameStop's trying to bring that back in 2025. Anywho, the base model is launching at 449 and the Mario Kart bundle at 500, which is actually not a bad deal because considering that the Mario Kart game itself, without the Phygital case, in case you're not familiar with what Phygital is, it's a physical cartridge that just has a key on it for you to download from online. You know, like you'd do if you just bought the code for $80. Yeah. That's $90. So I guess that's technically a deal. You're getting $50 off a game. Accessory prices also crept higher. Yeah, that's expected. Not going so much. I mean, the Switch 2 itself looks better. All the specs seem better. The only problem I have with it is that little flange in the grips that seem like they're just gonna break. But well, that and the magnets. If you're not familiar with magnets, over time they decay and they become less and less strong. So you will actually have to buy a new Switch at some point just so that your controller stays stuck to it. I think that's why I was like, the sliding design of the Switch 1 was mildly annoying, but it was actually the thing that worked. But I mean, going way back to the beginning of this, yes, everybody who has pre-ordered this, everybody who is going to get the Switch 2 is wholeheartedly accepting $90 games. $90 digital games. Let me get that very specific for you. $90 digital games, and that you will pay for it. And these companies can keep raising the price of games because you will be okay with it. So again, I want to hear no fucking complaints from any of these retards that own a Switch 2 that say, no, game prices are too expensive, as they sit there with like 10 Nintendo games for a Switch 2. I don't want to hear any of it. None of it.